base by a man with previous military training. No one knows for sure what he was trying to do, but the theory is that he was heading for government buildings in downtown San Diego.
The scary part was that it was obvious that the suspect was familiar with the tank. We immediately got information that there were no munitions in the tank. However, if he could get to the tank, get the tank out, there was no reason to believe that he couldn't get a large shell into the cannon of the tank. In those films, you see all the vehicles behind, which are all police vehicles, keeping the public at a safe distance. If he had brought a shell into that tank, which would be quite possible, and fired that, it would have cleared 163 in the northbound lanes for many miles.
There's a tank in my street. It drove through it. I mean, it demolished.
It was my van. Yeah, he pushed it all the way down here. He wanted to do it. He saw it in his
armory and steal a tank.
When he got to the tank, it appears that he took some pry bars and broke some of the locks.
But a tanker bar. We can stop it with a tanker bar.
The police wait.
They thought about it. They decided not to. Gas would cause the driver to possibly be debilitated and go out of control. And 3, if the officers had entered the compartment when it was gassed, they would be debilitated. The next decision was, should we use lethal force? The officers decided yes, and that's exactly what they did.
The officer somehow got the hatch open and ordered the driver to stop. They were afraid that he would get the tank off the barrier at any moment. He resisted and was shot dead.
The officers decided yes, and that's exactly what they did.
The officer somehow got the hatch open and ordered the driver to stop. They were afraid that he would get the tank off the barrier at any moment. He resisted and was shot dead.
Потребует циркуляции.
Care?
Moto. 30% fără roșu. Tarde.
Ați consumat?
Da. Ce-am spus de frumos. Medicul vieții mă opresc.
Deși erați în stare de ebritate, ați început a activa.
Da, nu puteam.
Dar de ce?
Trebuie să mâncăm.
Dar nu sunteți supuși controlului medical dimineața, nu? Treceți.
Suntem.
The suspected child molester has no regard for the officers or other vehicles on the road.
He pulled into the right lane to attempt to pass a slower moving vehicle. The slower moving vehicle pulled over and there was a collision between this other vehicle and the semi.
No one is injured. The officers attribute that to luck. They know the situation can only get worse. Fortunately, state troopers are waiting for the reckless driver up the road.
The state patrol officer put spike strips out.
The suspect swerves around the stop sticks as if he knew they were there. The trucker seems to be one step ahead, and the police find out why.
As we continued along, we had received intel from other truckers that he had a monitor in his cab picking up some of the police signals. We couldn't go to a coded channel because the other agencies wouldn't be able to hear us.
The officers think quickly and turn the line of communication to their advantage. They try to reason with the fugitive driver.
You know, we're not going to go away. You might as well just stop.
The trucker ignores Detective Bauer's pleas. Now, Deputy Benke enters the chase.
I noticed the chase coming southbound on 13. I got ahead of it.
Deputy Benke races ahead to set up his own stop sticks. He pulls to the side of the road putting himself in a potentially deadly situation.
Now come to your location.
When he swerved, basically destroyed my squad.
He's used his truck as a deadly weapon.
At that point, since he had intentionally rammed the squad car, Marathon County authorized use of deadly force to stop the vehicle.
The suspect goes into a second county, drawing even more agencies and policemen into the deadly chase.
Pickle.
Detective Bowers gives the trucker one final warning.
You need to pull over and stop now before you get shot. Bad things are about to happen.
All 9 rounds went right through the headrest of the driver's seat.
But the suspect ducks, avoiding the shots. It looks like the chase will continue until the determined officers force this hostile trucker off the road.
The semi then hit additional spike strips, which resulted in the tires shredding, knocking large chunks of fiberglass off the tractor.
The large chunks of fiberglass put the officers' lives in even greater danger.
I'm on the left side of the tractor, attempting to alert oncoming traffic.
The road is running out for the suspect, and the officers know this could be their best chance to bring the chase to an end.
There was a large area of construction that narrowed down to a choke point where we knew if we got spike sticks across the entire roadway, he couldn't swerve around them.
Road is under construction and is completely barricaded off.
Marshfield officers completely spiked the roadway. As Collins drove through there, several more tires blew out.
His tires completely gone, the semi slows down, but will not stop until it runs out of gas or the officers make it stop.
I could see the Marshfield officer on the side of the road firing at the truck. Fired rounds into the radiator.
And ended up taking out the cooling system.
The truck finally comes to a crawling stop, and the suspect jumps out the passenger side. The officers approach, so the suspect has decided it's time to give up.
He laid on the grass and surrendered.
Make it stop.
I could see the Marshfield officer on the side of the road firing at the truck. Fired rounds into the radiator.
And ended up taking out the cooling system.
The truck finally comes to a crawling stop, and the suspect jumps out the passenger side. The officers approach, so the suspect has decided it's time to give up.
He laid on the grass and surrendered.
Máme ho před sebou, je zasježděn na Březiněvé, lítá tady je papír odsekaný. Zatím nestaví, jede pomaličku a právorá tady chce. Máme už zalít ze štarky, máme ho tady v tom odstavním pruhu. A už je tam. A už je ve štarpě. Už zase je venku. Prostě odmítá zastavit. Ale teď jde do svodidel. Ale byla 216, tak už, teda 820, tak už naboural do svodidel a teď kolega se snažil z druhé strany dostat do vozidla a nezastavil, furt jede dál. Teď to bere znova do svodidel. Teď naboural znova svodidla, stále pokračuje dál. Ten má zboří.
Это погоня за мопедистом. О, побежал. Да. Чувак, давай, мы за тебя. Давай, чувак, бегом. Так работает наша бравая ДПС. Они идут на все, лишь бы задержать преступника. Опасный нарушитель помогает себе левой ногой. Проталкивает свое средство передвижения. Молодец. Так, я чувствую, это победа. Это победа над правосудием.
Нет шансов.
Да, шансов просто... А, нет, стоп. Продолжается. Это вам не хухры-ухры. Я еще слышу звук мопеда, но уже не вижу его, к сожалению. Второе за рулем. А, да, все, видимо, уже все. Просто картина Репина. Ну, ребята, конечно, с такими задницами вы далеко не побегаете. Это вам не взяточки трусить. Здесь реальные полевые, да, мопед. Ну, пока вместе все. Да, возвращается его товарищ с пустыми, к сожалению, руками. Ребята, не судьба. Отжать мопед не получилось никак. Что делать дальше, непонятно. Да, они, видимо, разработали уже какой-то план перехват. Ринулись в объезд. Разворот в 3 приема. Ну-ка, ДПС. Оп.
Что так слоупочно?
Нужно джипы уже в ГАИ покупать, чтобы вот таких вот нарушителей преследовать-то.
Какие джипы? Мопеды?
Мопед. Вот таких вот нарушителей преследовать-то.
Какие джипы? Мопеды?
Мопед.